Oh, hello. Sorry about that. I've come to share with you my 3 hardcover journals. They all have a botanical entomology theme. The kits I have used are, I've used my entomology embellishment kits, I've used Country Garden, I've used a couple of my embellishment digital kits as well, because I have printed them onto heavyweight matte paper and cut them and inked them. I haven't done any sewing on those, so they look like they're sewn even though they're not. I was really pleased with how these came out. It's the first time I've kind of done 3 simultaneously, and I don't think it was any quicker than if I did 3 on their own. But I am really pleased with how they've come out. So I didn't really want to put a closure on them, but I have added some seam binding to keep them closed if you want to. If you take everything out and use it as a journal, the books stay fairly reasonably closed. I didn't want them super chunky. I wanted them to be a closed kind of journal. So they are fabric cover, they are bookboard. There's a 4.5 inch spine. This one is 15 inches by 11.5 ish. Centimetres, sorry, not inches, 15 centimetres by 11.5 centimetres. So on the inside there is a little T card pocket with a T card and a little tag. There is a little hangy tag with one of my entomology embellishment dangles. Lots of vintage book pages. This is some vintage ledger accounts page which I have washi taped in, and that has been glued. The tracing paper pages all come from Julie at the Old Design Shop. Hi Julie. And they are awesome. They come as PNGs, so you can literally print them onto any paper you want to. You can use them as digital stamps. There is the little tag with the mushroom, book pages, sewn, stamping. This one is the little flip out with the tracing paper entomology image, and is it Mackie stamps? Yeah, Mackie stamps on Etsy is where this comes from, but this is an entomology from Tim Holtz. I've used Jibid's idea to reinforce some of the book pages. There's the little sewn calico. That's just sewn along the edge. That's not what I was thinking. Why is that a pocket? No, it's not a pocket. I just stitched around the edge. This is the little file folder. And there's a pocket here, and there are also 3 little tags in here with the entomology stamps and another little collage. This is the centre of the first signature. The pages are tea stained. They're not coffee stained, they're tea stained in this journal. There's a little one of our little collages. A lot of this is, I did all 3. There's the little calico flip. I did all 3 simultaneously, so the one we made together, this is very similar to that. They're all very different, but they're all very similar. So this one folds out, there's the tag. This one is actually a collage tag, where this one is a printed digital. There's another tracing paper page, another collage, and I've also stitched the edge of that page. Some stamping, 2 more of the digital images, stamping, another digital from the Old Design Shop, some more of that stitching, a little book page. There's the garment pin with the bell on the trim, stamped card, another collage, little bead, music paper, a little pocket with that one stenciled and stone, and this one is a digital. And again, this one is a collage and this one is a digital. So there's a mix of tags in here, in all of them. So this is that really nice vintage writing paper, and there is a seed packet and a collaged and sewn journaling tag. Another little collage. I've left all the cottons, but of course they can be removed. Another little, this is one of the digitals, and there is the little rose charm. More stamping. Now this is a little flip up with, I got done this idea is again from Jibid. So there's a little collage tag at the back, and these all have the same kind of thing in them. I've just popped a tiny piece of paper for writing on that one. There's a little disc, and there's a tiny little entomology tag that came from Tim Holtz paper pack. Some little collage, another collage on this side with some sewing, another one of those hanging tags, and behind here is one of the digital kits tags, and that one folds out. My nails have all started to break. They get to a stage and they all start to break. My thumbnails are usually the last to go, so my fingernails look ridiculous when I've got really short nails, except my thumbnails. So there's more stitching, music paper, note paper, one of the small Edith Holden pages, more stamping. Obviously they all have the beads, which we did in the last tutorial. Little pocket with a sewn journaling tag in there. Another collage, page, the manuscript paper, and there is this one has a piece of tea stain paper for journaling on, and one of the digital kit images. Some more little collaging and stamping, another one of the seed packets. And that is the first journal, and there's, I don't know if you can see those beads at the bottom. So that is the first one. The second is the smaller one of the version we made together in the tutorials. So again, seam binding to hold it closed. There is some purple beads, some blue, dangly brown and green bead. There is the rose, the pin with the bell, and there is the bee. This one doesn't have beads at the bottom. They're like, this is why, you know, they're all similar but slightly different. So this one has again a 4.5 inch spine, and this one is 14 centimeters by 11.5, 12. Again, we've got the little tea card, the hangy tag, manuscript paper, tea stain paper, big pages and stamping. Let me just check this is in frame. Yeah, I'm sorry about the shadows today. We're getting to that time of year where the lighting is not as good. Little collage with the stamping, another collage, one of those little flip outs with the tracing paper. The little tab. This one has pockets in the centre of two of the signatures, and in here this is one of those gorgeous index cards or divider cards that I got from the lovely Wend'y, and I've done some little collaging on there with some washi tape and an image from the kit and some vintage book page and stamping from that Mackie stamp again. Some more trim. These are both digital kit images, little collage, little fold out one, more of Julie's images. I've done some of the leaf stitching on this page, and it's part of this collage on the other side. There's the stamped tag with the little it's not tracing paper, it's the photo album paper there is a little digital tag and seed packet. This is the same. The butterflies are different, but the tags are very similar. And just popped a tiny piece of writing paper on the back of that one. So that's kind of a little folder with the mini tags. A little calico stamped collage. And in here there is a little collage and stamp tag and another seed packet. This is the centre of this, the middle signature, and there's another digital tag and a collage tag in either side. No, stencil tag in this one and a digital. There's a little mushroom tag, ledger paper and another digital. This ledger paper folds out, another little collage. And one of these little folders with the entomology stamp tags inside. And you could obviously write something on there. I'm really trying to do this without my contact lens falling out. You know when it gets really like irritating and you can feel it every time you blink. So I'm trying not to blink. There's a little collage tag and this will flip out. Some of the book page that I've reinforcing music paper I've used to reinforce that book page. Another collage. And this is another little pocket in the centre, and what I've done in here is I used another one of these gorgeous pockets that I got some from Wend'y and some from Liza. I think these portrait ones are the ones that I got from Wend'y, but I've just done a little collage on there with some book page. And this slots in here. I quite like this because it looks like an envelope, but it's not. It's a pocket, obviously. It's not an envelope. And there's another one of these little stamped tags collaged in there. And in here, well, this is another collaged one. So there's some page in there for you to use for journaling, and these are both digital tags. Another little collage, and that is the end of book 2. So the final one is the journal we made in our tutorial series. Just make sure that's in frame. And this one is about 15.5 by 12, and again it has about a 4.5 centimetres spine. 4.5 centimetres spine. So again, there's the book plate, and you've got two options for the paper. Seam binding closure. You know, I think these are perfectly okay without a closure. There's beads at the bottom, and again we have beads. There is, what's that one? That's the rose charm. There's the bee. There's the purple dangle, and there is a purple kind of twisted glass, and a garment pin with the bell. Oh, now I need to stand up again and check I'm in frame. So again, another tea card, the trim that we, you know, a lot of this you'd have seen because we made it together. So I'm not going to pull all the pockets and tucks and things out. We've got the tab. There are 2 of the digitals in here. Reinforced book page and the little mushroom tag, or toadstool should I say. Collaging. This is the mini tag set with the little, just tucks behind that butterfly to close it. Seed packet, some stitching, little Calico stamping. I'll just check I'm in frame. I keep thinking, oh, I'm not very well in frame, am I? Bead dangle. The little stenciled sewn tag and a kit image. I really do I love this one. This is my favourite. And another little collage in here. And 2 digitals. There is a good mix, I think, in here of you know, collaged made tags and digitals. And there's lots of, you know, collaging on pages, even small ones like this. It just gives you a little bit of journaling space. And there's still a lot of room here to journal too. And I'm really loving how these stitch tabs turned out. Big page stamping. That's the Mackie stamp. Another little collage. I love this ladybird. That's the mushroom. No, that's another Mackie stamp tag in that pocket. And the centre. I really love this tag. It says a poisonous nature. I really do like that, and that's splendid from the digital kit. And again, we have a collage tag and a digital kit. This is the vintage book page tag. Oh, put that back on. Another collage. Another image from Julie's shop, the old design shop. I'll link Julie down below. And this is the file folder, pocket and little tags. Seed packet, and this one folds out. So a lot of this you're familiar with because you've seen it already. I really love how this came out. The wonderful Jibid, inspired by Jibid, with a little collage. A seed packet, Edith Holden music paper, and there's the little photo paper pocket with the tag. Another little collage tag. I can't wait till tomorrow. I want to do some playing around. Little collage. Little disc there, and that is the end of the third journal. So I had a lot of fun making these. I really did. And it was really nice bringing you along for most of the journey, and it's been lovely reading your comments, you know, from people saying how helpful they have found it. So unfortunately we didn't get to do the vintage journals just yet. I will be doing those as soon as I have finished for this art show. You know, when you say you're going to do something and you kind of wish you never. But I do need to spend a week or so prepping for that, because of course I have absolutely nothing ready as yet. So I've got to spend some time doing that. Over the next 2 weeks, probably a week out of that week, will be prepping for the art show. But what I will be doing is doing lots of fun stuff, hopefully in between, because I'm going to need to do some fun stuff. And then as soon as that is over, we will create the vintage themed journal, which we've already gutted the book and prepped that for. So that's going to be our next big project. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. These will be in my Etsy store as soon as this video goes live. I hope you all have a marvellous weekend. I'm sure I will see you before Monday. But if not, take care, and I will see you all soon. Thanks again. Bye.